What's up, Triple V fam and jewelry lovers? Brian here, bringing to you another top-selling jewelry video. If it is your first time here, all we're doing is going through the top 10 highest sold brooches, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, going over their maker's marks, the signature, and anything that really causes these pieces to sell for hundreds, if not thousands. So first off, we're going to be doing it a little bit backwards today. We're starting off with brooches. So let's check it out. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's just check out some beautiful jewelry. Alrighty guys, so we are going to be starting off with brooches today. I do have the actual sold prices, so again, if there were any offers or anything like that sent over, I do have the actual sold prices. So starting off up first, we have a 1938 Schiaparelli green rhinestone white enamel vintage pin brooch. Let me just double check. As you can see, beautiful green faceted glass. Just a stunner right there. Absolute stunning rhinestones. There is the back. I have a feeling that this one is going to be unsigned, but as you can see, just those beautiful rhinestones hooked in there. And then there is the Schiaparelli ad that they're referring to. I guess I don't necessarily see the exact one, but possibly it is unsigned. It still did sell very well. This one was listed for $699. By now, it did sell for $400. Let's go. Now, really quick as well, as you guys are watching through this video, be sure to comment your favorite brooch, necklace, bracelet, and earring, whether it be your favorite or the one that you were the most surprised sold for the amount that it did. We're just going to keep rocking here. We have Miriam Haskell 1950s rose brooch. Looks like a beautiful carved celluloid rose. Got some glass pressed leaves there with the faceted glass rhinestones. Just a beautiful design throughout this piece. Now it is signed on the back. Very traditional Haskell with that filigree back. Again, kind of almost like a Germany-esque. And now the key point to take away from this one is I've noticed with Miriam Haskell, it is called a horseshoe signature. Most of the time it's on a cartouche, just either Miriam Haskell, but the horseshoe one does tend to sell for more money. Pretty much just puts a date stamp on it. So again, Miriam Haskell, horseshoe cartouche, $445 by now. So again, $445. We're already pushing $500. We only went through two of them. Up next, we have 1960s D. Nicola stained glass brooch with faux pearls. Yeah, just beautiful green. Kind of Grapoy-esque if you ask me. You can see the bubbles throughout the glass cabochons and the way that they're just set. So I would have more so went Grapoy for this one. I think it might have helped it sell for more. But beautiful greens, beautiful pinks, kind of like a watermelon. Got the faux pearls. They're all in great condition. Just an amazing piece. There is the back. You have the patent penned D. Nicola signature. Open back throughout all those cabochons. Just a stunner. Absolutely beautiful. That looks like a Jolly Rancher to me. This one was listed and sold for $450. I think this one might have had a little bit more potential for maybe a little bit increase, but that's still such a nice price for, again, these pieces are not gold. There are some sterling pieces that I did pull, but again, it's more about the signature and less about the sterling weight. But again, this one's selling $450. Let's go. Up next, Juliana D&E turtle brooch. Now, the best way to explain it is these are, they have an animal section in the Juliana book. And that's probably the easiest way to find these turtles. Now, we're just going to go over some of the key aspects, like the pear-shaped rhinestone with the ABs. It could be all different colors. There's greens, blues, pinks. But again, on top of that pear-shaped rhinestone, you see those ABs, one indicator right there. The heliotrope back is another, and just the shape of it. They're all pretty much consistently the same shape. Now, tendencies of Juliana that make these a little bit different. We got to hop on over to the back. Now, the heliotrope aspect is just referring to that multicolor rhinestone on the back. There's going to be purples, greens, blues. It's going to be your heliotrope rhinestone. These are individually set, but as you can see, this one actually does have a pin stop. A lot of Juliana animal brooches do not have pin stops, so just keep that in mind. But as you can see, well, we do also have some figure eight action as well. So this one's pretty much on point. Not all, depending on when it was made, they do change in variety in regards to the way that they're made on the back. So you're sometimes not going to have a pin stop. You're sometimes not going to have the figure eights, which is like the two main indicators of is it Juliana. Especially with the butterflies. Butterflies are definitely one that's hard to identify unless you have the book. But this one listed and sold $450. Let's go. Again, I'll always explain Juliana because, again, no piece is signed. And I'll at least share to you guys the knowledge that I do have. All right, so Karl Lagerfeld coming in hot with this. I dare to say, I know it's not Pools of Light, but that's what it reminds me of. Stunning beaded work. You got the rhinestones, Northern Lights, Starburst, Snowflake. Just an amazing, amazing piece. And there is the back. KL signatures, always going to be cursive KL for Karl Lagerfeld. This one was listed and sold $499. Let's go. That is a nice price tag for sure. This one does have the earrings, but we have designer Christian Dior jade clip-on earrings with a brooch. Just beautiful colors throughout. Again, you got the jade cabochons with the mixed blue-white. Silver tone as well. I think it's just an amazing set there. The Christian Dior signature right there, 1962 looks like that's what it's signed. Earrings are also signed. Yeah, 1962 Christian Dior, made in Germany. Definitely an older piece. Does also have its dust cover. This one on bid sold $560. 33 bids. So again, 33 bids, $560. Sheesh. And I'm pretty sure that that is a smaller brooch. It's not very large. And it's still pushing $600 for that sale. Not bad. Up next, we have Alfred Philippe. Jelly Belly. Should be an original by Alfred Philippe. Should be maybe Des Patton. Let's double check here. Oh, so it is actually just patent penned. Crown Trafari signature. Should be sterling silver with the gold vermeil. And as far as the Jelly Belly, in order for it to be considered a Jelly Belly, it must be either lucite and or faux pearl. Again, it happened around the Depression. They used the cheapest material, but still offered a nice look. So again, that's when they switched over, officially made these, and they all sell very well. A little bit of wear throughout. I have a feeling that's why this one sold for a little less, even though that's the first time I've ever seen a butterfly. 23 bids, $598. So again, definitely big sellers there. Jelly Bellies, you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Up next, we actually have another Trafari flower pin by Alfred Philippe. 1940s rare, gorgeous enameling, stunning rhinestones. The flowers are amazing. Now, this one is a fur clip, signed Crown Trafari on the back. You got the large crown, definitely an older piece. Fur clip also being an indicator that it is an older piece. But there is the back, great condition, stunning enameling. Unfortunately, what happens a lot of the times when you find these is the enamelings wore off. You got some silver tone wear on the back, but for this one, very nice condition. This one was listed for $999, and that is what it sold for. So almost $1,000. Whew. Kind of surprised that one sold more than the Jelly Belly. Alrighty, up next we have another brooch with the earrings. This one is Shriner. It does have the keystone rhinestones, which is probably, or ruffle flower is another name for it. Keystone rhinestone ruffle flower, which is just those long style baguettes. Skinnier on one side, bigger on the other, just like a keystone. This one, beautiful turquoise blue with the faux pearls. Does have some issues to the faux pearls, but for the most part, very clean. Stunning clip-ons with it, and it is signed. This set sold $1,126, 17 bids. Again, with costume jewelry, guys, again, I'm passing 18 karat gold, 14, 10 karat gold. These pieces sell for as much as gold. Just to give you an idea, there's definitely money to be made when it comes to vintage jewelry, costume jewelry, as long as you know what you're looking for. So again, $1,126, 17 bids. And then the last one that we have is Hobei. Gorgeous. Hobei, especially older, just such a unique design. You have the stunning filigree design all the way throughout. Kind of like an inlay rhinestone action with the faceted crystal. Those multi-level, so they have like the two flat edges with the flat top. Very unique rhinestone right there. Again, faceted all the way through. It does have some discolored rhinestones, but for the most part, this brooch is in absolute gorgeous condition. Does have the domed feature as well. And then, of course, we're going to check out the back. Should be, actually, I think that rhinestone is upside down. Actually looks like they used a couple upside down, which is very Shriner-esque. But there is the back. This one looks like a dress clip. It's a nice little dress clip, open back on the rhinestones. I just want to see that signature up close. So we do have sterling patent number. I don't see Hobei, but it looks like they may have just used a different listing. It does very much look like Hobei to me. Obviously, other people agreed. Again, this one on bid selling for $1,260.90. 11 bids. And that is our top-selling brooch of this episode. All right, and then the crazy aspect is, right next, our first necklace that we're going to be going over is a chunky style, or choker style, not chunky, choker style scrollwork rhinestone necklace by Hobei. Now this one is unsigned, but again, it's the style of those inlay rhinestones, the scroll work, the filigree work. I do very much believe that this is a Hobei. Stunning rhinestones. You do have that box closure. A lot of the times it's signed right there on the back on a cartouche. But yeah, beautiful Hobei necklace for sure. Let me just double check. I just want to see this one sold. It was listed for $499. It did sell for $350. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, there's big money when it's coming to this costume jewelry. This one, I was very surprised. Kendra Scott bib statement necklace. You do have the beautiful rhinestones all the way throughout, floral style pattern, double chain link, adjustable. You do have the Kendra Scott hang tag. Man, oh man. This one was listed for $500. It did sell for $350. Even, you know, this is going to be more on the contemporary side. And the fact that that sold for $350 is insane. So up next, we have a Bakelite nautical necklace. Talk about such a unique, different one here. So you got the black, you have the cream, and the red. Almost like a cherry Bakelite. For this nautical necklace, it does have the spring ring closure. I do believe it's also got the acrylic chain link, so it is plastic as well. So Bakelite necklace chain, nautical sign. Again, that's a whole lot of Bakelite. Let me just double check, make sure. So yeah, it did and was listed for $375, and that is what it sold for. So $375 for some Bakelite. Let's go. Up next, we have Kenneth J. Lane of Windsor, or Duchess of Windsor. That is the name of it, which is really key because I noticed that there's earrings just like this. They have the faceted multicolor center, and sometimes it's green, blue, but it has the faceted glass center with the clear rhinestones around it. The earrings, I noticed, were selling for like $150. Now I have the name behind it. So it is Duchess of Windsor by Kenneth J. Lane. The necklace here was listed for $435, and that is what it sold for. You can't exactly see the signature there, but you can definitely see the Kenneth J. Lane signature. Definitely different. Kind of has more of like a peacock color to it, which is amazing. And again, this one was listed and sold $435. Up next, we have a massive sheep pendant, gold tone chain. Again, this is another Kenneth J. Lane. Very unique design with the sheep or the ram that's right there. I do actually think that that's a ram. Looks like it's got the horns. But chain link, gold tone, massive pendant. Again, signed Kenneth Lane on the back. Nice little close-up picture there. I don't believe that the chain itself is signed, but this one was listed for $595. They did take an offer on it and sold it for $495. So $100 off asking, but that was a little surprising if you ask me. We also have, now this one is a necklace and bracelet combo, but it is original by Robert. Necklace, brooch, and bracelet. Okay, so it's got the trifecta there. I just figured throw this one in there. It was just such an amazing set, and original by Robert doesn't really pop up for us too much, but you got the woven style bracelet and necklace, stunning green rhinestones. There is the original by Robert signature, signed out. It's on a artist palette, signed cartouche, or style cartouche. Absolutely stunning. Love this set. And again, this one was listed and sold. It was $595.95, and that is exactly what it sold for. Sheesh. Let's go. All right, we have Elsa Schiaparelli necklace choker. Beautiful coral style cabochons, rhinestones. You have like the leaf pattern. Again, braided gold tone chain link style. Signed Schiaparelli on the back. What an amazing piece. Very Victorian revival. Does have the box closure. I could see some verdigris throughout. Missing rhinestones. Unfortunate. Again, when you find this, this costume jewelry, a lot of the times it does have some issues. But still, even with the issues, 20 bids, $730. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So again, $730. Up next, we do have a sterling silver Art Nouveau. Again, I told you I did add some sterling silver pieces. How can you pass this and not show it off? It is a total of 96.4 grams. That's a lot of gram weight. But to me, it's all about the Art Nouveau goddess floral pieces throughout. Beautiful, beautiful piece. There is the closure. Again, you got the double up to the closure. I mean, she is just absolutely gorgeous. I wish it had more pictures just to show off the back. It does look like it's probably pressed metal. This one was listed and sold $888.88. And I do believe that it sold for $800. So $800. Such a rare and amazing piece there. I love it. All right, and then we got some YSL Robert Goossens limited edition cabochon necklace. So not only is it YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, but it's also Robert Goossens cabochon. Beautiful colors throughout, chunky gold tone. Just a beautiful, beautiful necklace there. You can see the Yves Saint Laurent signature. It does have, I think it's 85 out of 520 maybe, or 300. Can't exactly see the numbers. But yeah, just an amazing. Oh, there it is. I love it. So Yves Saint Laurent, 85 out of 500. Nice collector's piece there. Stunning. Gorgeous. Great condition. This one was listed for $895. It did sell for $800. Sheesh. Nice, beautiful necklace there. All right, and then our top-selling necklace this week is going to be some Bakelite. Collectible Bakelite necklace, 1949, by Caitlin Faturin. Something like that. Chunky, graduated Bakelite. Again, it is that... Actually, they didn't put the... That is most definitely some cherry Bakelite, dark red coloring. Let me just double check. I do believe that they did a semi-chrome, or they actually didn't do a semi-chrome testing. I do believe that this is a 409 testing. It's going to have a lighter result than if it is semi-chrome. Semi-chrome is going to get that smoky color, whereas the 409, just based off of how wet that Q-tip is, and semi-chrome is like a cream. I do believe it's a 409 test, but they still tested it. Micrometer to test the largest beads, I'm going to assume. Yeah, so we got a, 1.5 inches to about 2 inches. And this one was listed and sold $1,260. Shabam, some big selling bakelite for sure. Alrighty, officially into the bracelets. Jose Maria Barrera. White gold plated, tiger's eye, and turquoise accents. So beautiful turquoise cabochons with the kind of looks like silver AB rhinestones, maybe with the faux turquoise. Massive cuff bracelet. It does have the Barrera signature. It's actually crazy. Looks like a hang tag for a necklace. It's the cartouche on the back. But again, you're looking for that Barrera. Barrera for Avon also does very well. This one, again, is just a Barrera bracelet. This one was listed and sold $365 is what it was listed for. It did sell for $235. So again, $235, not bad whatsoever. That's the first bracelet. Another one. This is massive sterling silver. Now, if it gives you any idea about either this one was sold really low or that one was sold really high, but it is sterling silver storytellers. This one's 96 grams, almost like the necklace. This one was listed for $345. It did sell for $245. I still think that this piece is absolutely amazing. $245. I mean, it's not a great sale, but it's not a bad one either. But just the detail, the craftsmanship, wide panel style. I mean, it's amazing. Probably unmarked. Oh, actually, it does have a mark throughout. Definitely an older piece. $245. I definitely thought that one would have went for more. Up next, we got a Christian Dior. Chunky gold tone. Textured panel. Beautiful. And the fact that it's signed Dior is really what makes this sell for a lot of money. So Christian Dior, Germany. I think it's probably 1940s, 1950s, based off of that cartouche and that signature. So definitely older. I might be a little bit off on those dates, but it's a sought-after signature for sure. 7-inch. This one was listed and sold $270. This one might actually would have went for a little bit more, but they listed it for $270.55, and it sold. Who knows? Maybe they had it listed for a day, sold right there. I mean, again, with eBay, and I guess that's what this whole series kind of also includes, is like we heavily sell on Whatnot. If you don't know, we are on Whatnot, Vintage Vagabond Benz. But that's quick sales. You may not get the, if I had this bracelet and it sells consistently for $270, I might not get the $270. I might only get like $120. But it's found, sometimes listed, and sold instantly. Whereas like this one, it could have sat on here for a year. Don't know. I have a feeling based off of this price though, they probably listed it and sold pretty quickly. Again, $270.55. Up next, we do have Juliana D&E, right out of the Juliana book. Root beer cameo cabochon center with the gorgeous accent rhinestones. Man, I love it. The fact that it's Juliana just makes it so much better. Now, this is a little bit different. Again, it's not like a Juliana D&E where it's the 5-panel styles with the V chain links. This one has the floral etched, which is what you want to look for. That floral etching along the band of it. Beautiful style there. That's pretty much the best way to tell that it's a Juliana. A lot of these bracelets that you'll find are just regular gold tone. No design. You're looking for that floral etching to pretty much pinpoint that it is a Juliana. Plus, if you look at the book, these pieces are pretty easy to identify. This one was listed $345. It did sell for $276. Up next, we have some more Schiaparelli. Beautiful molded glass cabochons with the blue accents, gold tone, that iridescent blue. And the fact that it's molded glass, just, again, the craftsmanship really does boost the price of it. Again, stunning style there. She's beautiful. Of course, I want to double check that signature. As you can see, it even has the textured back. Beautiful, beautiful bracelet. And there is that Schiaparelli signature. This one was listed for $320. It did sell for $288. So again, not big sales here, but definitely not bad either. Up next, we got Deeply Carved Butterscotch Bakelite Bangle. By deeply carved, they're just saying that it isn't just like a surface carving. You do have those really deep carvings, especially right there in that floral part. So again, beautifully carved bakelite. Again, a little bit of butterscotch in there. This one was listed for $325. And that is what it sold for. So $325, not a bad sale price whatsoever. All right, Hermes, definitely. Again, these, I feel like, I feel like people would know the name Hermes, but if they don't, and again, you find it at a yard sale or a estate sale, possibly might be able to get away with it. Like a homeowner, typically what would happen is like, a son or a daughter would hold the estate sale just to clear out some of the stuff before they sell the house. That situation, I feel like you would be able to find something like this. Now, if it is like a company that's doing the estate sale, probably are not going to just bypass the Hermes, just to be honest. Maybe a flea market if they got some stuff out of maybe a storage unit or something. But I feel like it's a well enough name that money is behind it. But these things are absolutely amazing, though. To somebody that doesn't know, seeing the enamel bracelet, like, there's nothing really that, like, oh, this has got to be worth lots of money. Maybe the Paris aspect as well. But Hermes, Paris, this one's listed and sold $330. Again, not big money, but it's not bad money either. We got the sterling silver puffy heart. Now, again, it is sterling, but you got this one is World War II. Again, kind of like a sweetheart gold-filled bracelet, but they also did the sterling, your heart for keeps. Again, definitely sweetheart style, World War II. Beautiful puffy heart bracelet. It was listed for $375. It did sell for $350. So pretty much almost the listing price right there. Alrighty, and then up next we have sterling silver. I said bracelets for me in these videos are always the hardest, but sterling silver, 42 states out of the 50. It is just a travel bracelet. Having 42, that's almost the full collection. All sterling silver, cool state charms. That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm pretty sure that we just sold one of these and we did not sell it for that high. And I don't think there was that many states there, so maybe that's why. But again, all state sterling silver charm bracelet. It was listed for $525, and that is what it sold for. Again, anything state related, like vintage license plates, anything state related, I do feel like collectors are more drawn to it, so it does kind of fetch a better price. And again, there's a lot of sterling silver, but sold for $525. And then we have Antonio Pineda, tax code sterling silver amethyst. Again, we got another sterling silver piece here, gold vermeil, beautiful amethyst, such an amazing bracelet. It was listed for $990. It did sell for $745. So $745. It is signed right on the back. Mexico. I was really hoping that we would have a clear picture of the signature. Again, I just don't know exactly what. Oh, there it is. So Hancho in Mexico would be made in Mexico. You do have the crown there. Silver, ZZ69. And then another little stamp there. Looks like an eagle. 970. Again, I'm not sure what considers or makes this an Antonio Pineda piece, but I do have a feeling that it's probably that crown piece. So just want to definitely check into, if you have Texaco, anything that references signature or a specific maker can really drive up the price of that piece. And again, this one sold $990. Alrighty. Or actually $745, my bad. $745 is what that sold for. Alrighty, right into the earrings. Again, guys, be sure to comment your favorite brooch, necklace, bracelet, and earrings. And yeah, just comment down below your favorite pieces. We have 1980s monies, Gerda Linengard monies, acrylic, clip-on earrings there, black and green. I don't see the signature, but it should be behind the clip-on part. It is probably signed monies. They look like monies earrings. These were listed for $235. They did sell for $222. So took a nice little offer on those. That's not bad whatsoever. $225 for the earrings. Up next, we have Ming's Hawaii carved plumeria flower earrings. Now, these are signed. Now, I do see that they left out the ivory aspect in this listing. I think that would, again, there's rules and regulations on what can be sold, from when it can be sold. I don't even want to pretend to know. Just be careful with these listings. So, Ming's Ivory, plumeria, again, Hawaiian flower clip-ons. $200 was the listing price, and that is what they sold for. So 200. Oh, did I say 222? What was I looking at? The money sold for 200. I don't know why I seen 222. 200 for the monies. 200 for the Hawaiian clip-ons. And again, beautiful design, signed on the back. Pretty easy to tell. And again, those also sold for 200. And then we have some Christian LaCroix. Chunky gold tone. Kind of like Brutalist style MCM. Kind of have that like hammer design. Signed, made in France. Alright, so we got made in France. And I don't see a Christian LaCroix signature. Let me just double check. Aha. Alright. Made in France. Made in France. Am I just missing it possibly? Maybe not. They may be unsigned Christian LaCroix. I mean, they are signed made in France, but that could be anybody technically. They still sold though. They were listed for $300. They did sell for $200. So again, all these earrings starting off with $200. Again, my threshold is anything over $100 when it comes to clip-ons is pure like woo in my brain, because a lot of clip-ons do, unless you have the brooch or the necklace or something to go along with it, it's hard to find earrings that sell for over $100. So yeah, the fact that these are all starting at $200, let's go. All right, up next, we got some Shriners. Beautiful. As you can see, it's got the backwards rhinestones that are upside down. The prong set, beautiful coral and peridot, I guess would be the best way to explain these. Beautiful, beautiful set. These are also signed. Another way to tell, even if it wasn't signed, do have that cupcaking design as well. Stunning pair of clip-ons. $202.50. 14 bids. Sheesh. Alrighty, keeping it rocking. We got Money's Gerda Linengard. Another beautiful pair of clip-ons. Do have the triple dangle pieces. Beautiful colors throughout. These are signed right there. So get Gerda Linengard Monies. Seem to be in fantastic condition. These were listed for $495. They did sell for $222. That's where I got the $222 from. Is this set sold for $222. Again, listed for $495, sold for $222. That's not a bad sale either. Then we got some vintage Trafari earrings. That's all the listing said. Beautiful, right to the point. Took some beautiful pictures. You have the cabochons, the red, the clear, stunning blue. As you can tell from the back, though, these are older, maybe 1930s, 20s, in that era. Signed crown Jafari, as you can see, has that large crown design. Just the style of those clip-ons show the age for sure. And again, let's show that big crown up top again. And again, these were listed for $250, and they sold for $250. Not bad sale right there whatsoever. We do have some sterling silver. Shelley Duvall owned vintage sterling silver marcasite earrings. So again, you do have the beautiful marcasite sterling silver signed on the back. Now, is that the Shelley Duvall signature? I don't know, but I try to associate as much stuff as possible. They do have maybe purchased from the auction with the certificate. So, it came from a Texas auction, has the certificate. I'm going to assume that this is all Shelley Duvall jewelry. And as far as I know, that's the signature right there. And it is marked sterling silver, $260. Buy now. Let's go. Again, I learn something every day. We have Betty Cook, modernist sterling silver double disc earrings. Again, nothing crazy. They are about a 1 inch in diameter, double disc. Again, modernist style. Signed Cook sterling. Post back earrings. Not too shabby. These were listed and sold. They were listed for $350. They did take an offer. They did sell for $325. $25 off. That's what they sold for. Really cool. Up next, I'm telling you, Miriam Haskell and me get along fabulously. You have the stunning, they're kind of like two-tone amber chandelier with the beautiful green. Again, they're two-tone. They're like a green to the red. Stunning faceted glass. Beautiful rhinestone filigree. You have the forest green or dark green accents up at the top. I mean, just look at those bad boys. That is insane. And the fact that they would sit kind of like this, I don't know. I just feel like they would look absolutely wild. There's that Miriam Haskell signature. Beautiful. 16 bids, $363. Showzes. All right, and our top selling earrings this week is going to be Christian Dior rhinestone earrings, 1958, signed Germany. So you got the faceted red with the beautiful, stunning cluster AB action. Beautiful, beautiful. They are marked Germany, and they are all also marked Christian Dior. So Christian Dior Germany clip-ons for $400. One bid, $400. Again, the amount of gold and everything that these sold over is insane. And that's officially it. Top selling brooches, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Just want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment your favorite pieces. Until next time, catch you later. Stay safe. Peace.